has a personality of extremes, I suppose, in that she can be extremely passionate in a very loving and affectionate way, but she can also be quite extreme in, I suppose, a not so positive way. She has learning difficulties, so emotionally she's a lot less mature than her peers. Karen and Steve were originally recommended to me by a neighbour. I went round and I met with both of them and saw the children in the setting, and then Erin started in the following January. The kind of all-inclusive nature of it meant that she got to socialise with some older children, and she responded very, very well to those. It also meant that she had to learn what was acceptable and unacceptable behaviour around other children. Steve was instrumental in helping us get a statement. That involved meeting with a little working group on a regular basis. So Steve was great in terms of coming to those meetings, talking about the experiences that they had of Erin. They were able to see how she was with her peers and how her needs were different to theirs, and how she clearly wasn't ready to start school in the year that she should have done without any additional support in the school setting. Once we got the statement, we were then able to get Erin's start date deferred, and then the statement itself gave her 25 hours of funding a week, which effectively meant that she could have a one-to-one teaching assistant with her in the classroom. As a result of going to the childminder, there were quite a few other children that were starting at the same time as her, and one of the really important things for Erin is to have familiar people around her. That was pivotal, to be honest, in terms of getting her settled into those first few weeks.
How many stars did you get on your chart today? Can you remember?
3.
You got 3 stars!
The advice I'd give to parents of children with special needs when looking for a setting for their child, be it a nursery or a childminder, is just to really get a feel for the place. Look around, go with your guts, but do your research as well. Finding accessible childcare for Erin, it's meant that I was able to go to work. I found Erin's difficulties quite a challenge myself, and I think actually in being able to take myself away from those for a certain percentage of the week has actually been a real benefit to me in terms of my relationship with Erin.
Is this what you got?
Yeah.
So now that Erin's a bit older, she goes to them once a week after school, purely so I can get some time with my son, some quality time with him on a one-to-one basis where I'm not trying to deal with the fairly sort of incessant challenges from Erin. Steve's probably, I would say, almost the only person outside the family who we can have as a babysitter for Erin, and it's usually a job to get her out of the door at the end of the day, out of Karen and Steve's door, that is.